my friends. We've got Scott here with his regional topping Lincoln.
Yes.
Mekk-Knight Invoked. We still play the same deck?
Yes.
It's like 2019, dude. What's happening? Why are you still topping this deck? Okay.
Still works.
It still works, okay. Oh. Alright, so how did it go? How did the tournament go and what did you face?
It went alright. Like, went X1-1 at the end. We lost to Striker, basically, you know, being next to time and kind of in higher state existing. And, like, just kind of getting 100 like, in time. Like, well, there you go, they lost. And the draw was against a really grindy Grand Magi deck. Because he ended up getting the Orcus exceeded the fucking Dingrisu out.
Oh, okay.
And then it's just like Grand Magi, it's just like imperms and just keeping it at bay. And it was just grindy.
So, yeah, okay. Yep.
So we still play free. Like at the end of the day, is what the deck is, and like is either Ash or Veiler or Imperm bait, and then you just go off and do something else. Or it's nice if you open Invo as well. Yep. Makes you a free card. And then Mekki Boys, free purple. It's best one you want to see. It gets you going early and gets you basically any which you need. Yep. 2 blue. Again, it's similar. It normally gets you purple, but it extra digs further on, and it's the best one to link off early on to make into Aleister in this. Yep. It's the best one to banish for the other cards. 2 Indigo. I ended up bumping this to 2 recently, and I liked it because I wanted to see more Mekk-Knights, but I want it's a relevant one, especially with the trap. Having 2 is just really nice. And then 1 yellow, 1 red, popping shit, and you need to get over the floodgates, big monsters, everything. Yep. So that's all the mechs. Hand traps. Ash is still the best one, so free off.
New artwork. Nice.
Always new artwork.
Yeah.
So it's free Ash, you have to. Like, you probably get away with 2, but free you have to see it. Yep. Double Ogre. Ogre was like between Ogre and Veiler. Because obviously you want a good light target if you already used it, and Grave obviously Mechabas, but I feel like with Striker playing around multi-roll, all that sort of stuff, and Ogre gets some use here and there. So it's like, Ogre was good. Like, I feel like it could have been probably Veiler's now though, but at the end of the day they did work. Yep. And then to the Splice go second, because we like going second to Mekk-Knights. So we've got 2 Pancra tops. Never want to see 2 at once, so that's why I like it at 2.
Just 2, yeah.
2 Nibiru. People more getting used to it being main deck now for some people, so more people play around it than not. Yeah. But it's one of them, it is blowout card if they go to trigger it. And it also really helps against Thunder Dragon when they're trying to do their overall like double Colossus Titan, because like unless you open multiple ways to get rid of them off board, like you have to. Yep. Like there are ways of doing it, but Nibiru is always a good one.
Also another light monster.
It is light monster, yes. So that's all the monsters. Yep. Spells, 2 Invocation.
2, yeah.
Like, Reincarnation's done now, so we don't need 3, because we're not afraid of banishing it. Yep. The Desires are later on, that's the only risk, but normally you want to do your Aleisters, and if you haven't got your Aleisters, you need to dig the cards anyway. So 2, because you want to see 1, and the second one's relevant if you either banish one of Desires or the Link FDK. Yep. Free Meltdown and Terraforming, you want your other 4 Aleisters, and having the protection on Summon and actual fusion. There's Ghost Spells playing around now, so having Meltdown stops you from losing Invocation to Bell. 1 Memory. This is the only way I like to see our main deck, like, because I don't really want to see the Secret going second. So it's like an extra extension if you open like shit tons of Mekk-Knights, and it's also really good during opponent's turn to get purple and get like free stuff while your opponent just keep going with Mekk-Knights. It also means if you break with this, it at least gives your body on board and gets you going potentially next turn. Yep. So double Desires. Always see 1 when you use the first one, that's why I don't like playing 3, but I still see it with 2. But it's a blowout card, it gets Ash, it gets everything if you already open the relevant cards. Yeah. And it's extra extension for extra negates like for Mechaba and stuff for drawing cards. Double Instant Fusion. Again, with Mekk-Knights, you would need something, especially if you go first, but in the extra monster zone to at least give you a column. And it's also really good. Thousand Eyes is still a really, really relevant card for dealing with stuff, and it's like Thunder Dragon out and all that whatnot. And you can go for Raijin as well, which is really good going turn 1 if you have Secrets right. And then it's the best fucking card by far. The fact of like if you have Aleister, if you're a first and you're in need of Aleister and you have nothing else, just set in this. Because you can just use the Aleister and whatever the attribute they've got as long as there's a relevant one in the extra deck. And also still like breaking boards apart with the Salamangreat Fusion or the Starving Venom, and there's a new Predator Plant one which hits fusions as well, but extra deck sight, so we don't run that one. And then more blowout going second cards, Mind Control. Who doesn't like taking a free card off them and using a link for it? So it's always a good card. Then obviously because Floodgates is floating around, and obviously relevant cards you run back row, so we have 2 Cosmicks. 2 main Cosmicks, okay. I'm not a fan of Twin Twisters because we actually need a lot of cards going first, so it's like losing 1 early is not really relevant. But also banishing key parts, especially when you're in first or second, is really good. And then that's all the spells, and then Triple Confirm. Again, Thunder Dragon is relevant, and it also hits combo starters, which now that Mermaid's gone, not really for Mermaid, but it's like if you only have one Colossus, this is your like night and day to play that turn if you don't have another out for it.
Okay.
That's main deck. I think it's 43, I think.
43, okay.
Yes. So extra deck.
Yep.
We have one's Almirage. It's any hand trap and Aleister makes this and gives you a clone to play with, so you have settable back row. One Morning Star. Again, we're not playing a major Mekk-Knight heavy deck, so we only really need the one. We only play it probably uses effect once, and that's only if you open the loads of Mekk-Knights.
Yep.
Aleister Link decks you into like a bigger board and just extends further if you have the hand to play with it.
Yep.
And also having the Aleister engrave is also relevant.
Yep.
One Lambda, extra like 3 Link 2, that's a light.
Another light monster.
Yeah.
That's good.
Underclock when we need to beat over bigger stuff and we can't get red. Specifically, the Ingrisu is probably the worst one because you have to like beat over it a few times to get its effects out.
Yep.
And you don't really want to burn it for a Unicorn. Phoenix and Unicorn. You gotta get rid of Floodgates and you gotta get rid of problem cards, including Floodgates.
Yep.
One Bowl Sword, like FTK. That's all you need. Or OTK.
FTK balls.
Yeah. Like it's just that and like any of the major like invoke links, actually the 8K.
Yep.
And then that's little links onto fusions. Raijin. Droll's not really played anymore, so the only really use you're getting something that's hard is with Hayate. Like that's only with a striker matchup, and that's after turn 1, and even then this is awful in that matchup anyway. It's more of the instant fusion target going first, and it also does deal with problems if you've already burnt through your Thousand Eyes in the first instance, so it's like a good second instant fusion of the
Second
first turn.
target, yeah.
Like if you don't want to play Thousand Eyes first, so it's good. Then one Purgatrio. Fortunately, nothing really came up where I need a second one, but a second one's like sometimes you do need it, but you only ever do this if you know it's safe to do this, or you have to do this, or do like those lines. 2 Mechaba.
Yep.
Again, it's sort of like this is your turn 1 play, and it's having 2, like in case the first one goes, and it's having 2 on board, something pretty strong, and it's still 2/5. Elysium, this is the other major one with Super Poly. Because if you already have like an Invoke monster on board, obviously Super Poly you can hit for this as well, and if you instant fusion for the Raijin, and if you just make a Almirage with an Aleister with obviously this, they make your illusion with the invocation if you desperately need it out a big board. But obviously you burn your loop there, so you only do that if necessary. But it's good for Super Poly they're hitting the border. Then obviously Thousand Eyes and Starman Venom, obviously for instant fusion and the Super Poly. That's the extra bit. So onto the side. The one secrets, I might up this to 2 because I like seeing it, but like I said, I don't like it going in when I'm going second, like because you don't want to see a trap. It's only really good for when you're first, or it's a really prolonged game. So we only play 1. 2 evenly, like out back row decks and just heavy builder boards that don't really have a way to negate a trap. And evenly still a really good blowout card. 2 Dynamistus. Stuff like Grand Magic stuff floating around, and Thunder Dragons again, like just having a single target out to something big that's really awkward to deal with battle, or even
Spanish removal.
Or it's basically like Dingrisu as well.
Dingrisu.
It gets around like the protective stuff. And then I have to still Slifer going first, and this is probably the best Floodgate because most of the time we can link climb and avoid all the relevant ones. So the only really confliction is obviously Mechaba and the Mekk-Knight Link, as they're both machine. But normally you just obviously Lambda exists and the Aleister Link exists. So we have our ways to play around it. And then we want extra back row hateful, especially when we go in second. It's heavy back row decks, but even you can't cut it. So Twin Twister comes in handy. Then 2 Cool Buy for when like we go first. There's a lot of cards that come out like the Mind Control, Pancreas, and sometimes you just need to play to go through. And it's good against Orcus as well. Even if you go in seconds, you can sort of hit the skeleton target. And equally for against Orcus, we have CDD Crow for when we again go second. And you just want to like, it's like if you hit a good one there, you know, like if you hit a skeleton reviving the Galate, you can normally just cripple them there. And then the last card is obviously the Violet Chimera. Like the extra deck was quite tight, and they couldn't really decide what to take out. And
it's
basically the salad match. It was obviously Venom doesn't do it, and you really don't want to burn your Purgatrio early. And obviously this is a blowout, so if you do get it.
That's it. Congrats for the top cover of this deck that you've been playing for like, I don't know, how many years have you been playing this?
We're probably coming up to 3 now, isn't it?
Quite a while, yeah. Alright, so you getting YCS or anything?
No.
You're not, okay. I'll see you there now. Okay. Alright. Cheers for that. That's Scott once again with this Invoke Mekk-Knight, another top.
Yep,